Oh, say does that star span.
Here you go.
Here is Hodges, and now Washington's starting group. It's Beranger in at the 5, roaming the paint. The putback. It's to Tyler. Nice ball movement by Washington. From deep. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Kennedy to the middle. Shot on the wing, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Here's Tyler. Here's Beranger. Oh!
Man. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum-level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Shoots from the elbow. And that one's good, Anthony.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Huskies on offense, so on the floor for Washington. And it's Wall in at the small forward position. Swanigan gets the bucket.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Shannon passes to Tyler. Swanigan pulls it in.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Anthony. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Here's Tyler. No good from outside. Here is Hodges. Pass to Knox.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Shannon passes to Tyler. Here's Wall, covered by Anthony. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 3 seconds left. Knox out there with Swanigan. Then it's Anthony, and there's Hodges, and it's Kennedy in at the 2. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Knox, and Beranger pulls it down.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. And it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Wall with the steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got 7.
Can't ask for a better look when they needed it most, using his height advantage inside.
Here is Hodges, so on the floor for Washington. And it's Tyler, and at the 2-guard spot.
First team foul.
It's a 5-point game, and an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. the line for two.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So he comes up empty at the line. It's in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Can't tie it up. That one's no good. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Washington calls timeout. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They're trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off.
So much on the line tonight. Great to have you with us for the playoffs on 2K Sports. It's game one. We're ready to tip it off in just moments. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Dick, and it's Murray Boyles in at the 4.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Shed. Here's Dick. The 3. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Four seconds left. And the layup is up and in. He's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Up by 1, and back to the... And time for us to get back into it here in game 1. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
And it's Wilkins in at the 3. They've got Dick, and it's Brand in at the 5 spot. Count it. Good.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
Here's Shed. Pass to Brand. And he goes in for the dunk.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Deflected. They get it back. Woodson, no good.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
The rebound by Shed. Ball stolen. And he lobs it up top. Ooh, they pick off. And it's Wolf in at power forward. And that's the group for Jordy Fernandez as we begin the second half.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely. Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Murray Boyles. Soft touch off the glass. Murray Boyles has got his second basket.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dick. Shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Pass to Murray Boyles from behind the arc. Dick with it. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Brand in at the center position, locking down the middle.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
It's a 5-point game and an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Can't get the 3.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
And the basket is good.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
From deep. That misses. Here's Shed.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. And so here are the Wildcats. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Stockton. Mitchell Robinson out there with Levin. And it's Jeffries in at the shooting guard.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Knight against Stockton, and Knight slams it in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
19 seconds left in the first. Sinks the three-pointer. And so Knight will bring it up for Houston. 6-point game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Houston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
With 2 seconds left, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 10.
Almost.
They've got Scott, and it's Knight in at the 1. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Houston now. The three. Scott the pass to Caldwell. Scott can't get it to go.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. The Knights have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Knight kicks to Scott. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Scott's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Wildcats up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem. Aren't you sponsored by an...
I'm curious. You guys both played in a lot of playoffs. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. Now Knight checking out the group for Charles Lee to start the second half. We've got Levens. He's out there with Robinson. And it's Jeffries in at the 2-guard spot. It's rebounded by Houston. Knight on the wing. Bishop outside. Back to Knight. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Bishop. To the inside. Here's Scott. Good on the 13-footer. Scott's got the first basket of the third quarter for Houston.
Man, did they need those points, and I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
No question. He has the combination of size and skill to get his shot in these high leverage moments.
Fires from... They've got Scott, and it's Bishop in at the 4. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Beyond the arc, and it's off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now, here is Knight. He's guarded closely. From about 19, doesn't get that one.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And timeout called by Willie Green. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
There's a good screen. It misses. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again, and they're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Boy, that is clutch. Now go out and guard that three-point line.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
And they do it. They'll move on to round two. And you got to feel good about getting each and every game here in the postseason.
You know, Kevin, each game is just so significant and magnified. This has got to feel really good.
And that about wraps it up, folks.
And inside the locker room, you can sense the nervous energy around the postseason. Great to have you with us for the playoffs on 2K Sports. It's Game 1. We're ready to tip it off in just moments. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Mitchell Robinson, and it's Stockton in at the one.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
Knocks it down from distance.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Washington. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Robinson gets the bucket.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
17 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to McCoy. Fires the three. Sasser outside. We've got Mitchell Robinson, and it's Jeffries in at the two. Sasser can't hit.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
Shoots, and Ivy pulls it down.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Sasser outside. 4-3 on target from range.
I love it. I mean, great ball movement by Ivy.
29 seconds left in the second period. Let's go with a three. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give him another possession at all.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
He gets it up. Tries a three off the inbound. Drills it from deep. 6 points for him.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Marcus Sasser is out there with Ivy. Then it's Washington. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's McCoy in at the small forward position.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches for most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
We've got Mitchell Robinson, and it's Levens in at the powered forward position.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
A clear look for Ivy. Rebounded by Stockton. Stripped away. And here's the fast break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
Ivy passes to McCoy. Sinks the tray. McCoy's got 5 points. Up in time. There's Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Washington. Then there's Ivy. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's McCoy in at the 3.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ivy! Oh, can't hit the jumper. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He told his guys not to lose hope, saying to them, "It's a long game, fellas, and we're in this one, but I need each one of you to step up your intensity right now." Let's see if Coach's message resonates, guys.
Allie, thank you. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. The second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen that far too often in this game. Very uninspired defensively.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game. Washington fires. He's off from 3. That's it. They've won the series. And really, any win is a big win here in the postseason.
Yeah, every game counts now, and there's no second chances. So they must be pleased with the results.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA.
Here we go.
Here's Shed. Now the starting group for the visitors. Levins is out there with Robinson. Van and Stockton. And it's Jeffries in at the 2.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Yep, it counts.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Lets the 3 fly. Unable to get that one. Releases from 15 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. He has 6.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
That's to Brand. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Wildcats lead by 3. We've got more hoop. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And looking at what we've seen from the Wildcats so far, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So on the floor for the Wildcats. They've got Stockton. Levens is out there with Robinson. And it's Jeffries in at the 2-guard spot. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dick. Pass to Shed. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second. Shoots over Stockton. Here's Brand, and finished off by Brand.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Murray Boyle with the bucket.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Pass to Jeffries. Up in time. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Leading by just 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason.
They're not showing enough fight defensively. Take some pride in getting some stops. This is when your leader has to step in and say something.
The conference finals. Big fella, do you expect these teams to pull out all the stops?
That would be correct, Armando Arnie.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin.
Welcome back to playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is the Eastern Conference Final. They've got Dick, Brand out there with Woodson, and Murray Boyles in at the power forward. And for the Wildcats, they've got Robinson. Levens is out there with Stockton. And it's Jeffries in at the shooting guard position. Here's Dick. Sweet little floater. Dick's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
And the shot goes in.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And stolen by Levens. Lets a floater go, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Levens. And both free throws good for Levens.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Dick passes to Brand. Here's Woodson. Gets an open look and hits.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
3 quarters of play, and it's close game here. They lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Woodson. Dick is out there with Brand. And it's Shed in at the point. Shoots it up. No good.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
From deep, and down goes the three.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Tosses it up. Misses the three. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he comes up empty, missing both.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Fires the three. Not gonna go.
Second personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And the Wildcats call time here. Guys, your thoughts?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
And the series has been won.
And this is an incredible accomplishment. You think about all of the preparation that went into this. It starts in the offseason. They carry it through to this moment right here, and it is beautiful to watch.
And, of course, the story continues as they now move on to the NBA Finals, representing the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, tonight they'll celebrate, but tomorrow it'll be all business, starting from square one with their game planning and identifying the matchups they think they can exploit.
They're just 4 wins away from hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Can they complete their mission? We can't wait to see.
Welcome, everyone, to the last game of this outstanding season. A decisive single-game NBA Final. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Murray Boyles in at power forward. We've got Smith, and it's Hunter in at the 2 spot. Taking a look at the visitors here. This is for all the marbles here. One game, one chance in history.
And the hearts of these players must be in their throats. Nothing quite like a must-win game for the NBA Finals.
Dick with a miss.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
There's the 3. Hunter can't get it to go. Dick brings the double team. Pass to Shepard.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. He was still sliding right there.
.29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Mobo. Here's Smith. Off target from the baseline.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Here's Murray Boyles. From outside, off the mark. They've got Dick, and it's Shed in at the point guard position. Dick against Hunter. That one is off. Good work defensively by Dick. Going all the way to the rack. That one drops for him. And here's Hunter. Pass to Shepard. Outside Hunter. There's the triple. Offensive board. The three is up. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
Here's Dick.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Shed. Long range from the inbound. Mobo with the rebound. They've got Shepard, and it's Mobo in at the 5. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Hunter against Dick. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Smith. Here's Freeman. Crafty move. And here's Shepard for 3. Knocks down the triple. Shepard's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Outside Dick. Over Hunter. Dick with a miss. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Smith passes to Hunter. And he lays it up and in. Hunter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction. And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Up by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2. And time for us to get back into it here in game 1. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Shed in at the point. Nope.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting. And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Puts up the tray. Oh, it misses. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock. Don't turn it over. They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Rebounded by Smith. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Shepard. What an incredible ride, culminating in a championship. What a team. This will go down as one of the great sports moments in the history of this city. And listen to this crowd. Players talk about having to tune out the noise and focus on the task at hand. This is the noise they've been waiting to hear all year long.
Absolutely incredible. Look at the guys celebrating, understanding the work the sacrifice, the discipline that goes into winning a championship in this building.
Thanks for being a part of it with us all season long. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.